What's up, guys? What's going on? I'll be with you guys in a second. As always, I got to get this stuff set up on here. All right, all right. All right, I think that's it. I think we're caught up. All right. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Yeah, one more thing and I'm done. And there it is. All right. Let me jump on here and see if I can see myself. All right, hold on. That should be it. I should be able to hear myself. As soon as this loads up.
That should be it. I should be able to hear.
And I can't hear myself. Okay. All right, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I had to shave. I was looking rough earlier. I didn't look at no videos. I had my shirt on that I just put on this morning. I just grabbed something out the closet. I was looking crazy, like nobody cared about me. But anyway, I'm here. I apologized last week for the not having the live stream, but I had a work emergency. I had to go handle a client, and it came at the inopportune time, but I had to do what I had to do, so I do apologize for that. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing okay out there? Let's see who's we got in the house. We got Eddie. We got Tracy Carter. What up? Paula Aviles. Trisha Heron. What up, Trish? Von Jefferson. Miss Minnie. Miss Bree. We got some new names in here. Unless I'm rusty. Tony Bryan in the next room. Viper Class. Shout out. Written in the Stars. What up? Who else we got? We got King. We got the Big Rip. What up? We got Stitch. And it looked like I'm repeating myself. We got Carl Major. Carl, you wasn't in here the last time we had that live stream, man. We was tearing it up. It was all John Watts stories. You missed it, bro. Anya. Hey, Anya. Debbie, what's up? Melissa Goss. 3 Anastasia. And it looks like it's repeating. What up, P? Fafani. And Black Pine 22. What's happening? Lady Garden 68. What's up? What's up, Miss V? We got Hazel in here. What up, Hazel? Alan Freeman. What up, man? Marlon. What up, Marlon? And that looks like it's it so far. All right, guys, listen, if I didn't shout you out and I missed your name, man, this thing is moving fast. I apologize. I do, but welcome into the live stream. We got a lot of new subscribers, so if you're a new subscriber, state that you knew and we'll shout you out. You know what I'm saying? But Gab say the DRC is the place to be. I appreciate that, Gab. See, Gab be working behind the scenes. Y'all don't be knowing. Gab be sending me some crazy stories. Y'all be asking where I get them stories from. Gab be sending me some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. It's been a hectic week. We've been dealing with this baby Emmanuel story. I myself pulled out, and it was just weird that yesterday when I said I was pulling out, a whole bunch of stuff happened behind the scenes, and it was like ironic that I pulled myself out of this at the time that a lot of this stuff some of y'all might have heard. Let me begin. What's that name? How you say that? Teneramos. Tenera Amos? Hey, that's a hard name to say. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. But listen, Last week, I made a mistake, and people tore me a new one with it in the first 30 minutes. That video was up before I took it down. About the baby Emmanuel being missing, being found. Now, I'm going to tell you how that came about with me. We all were reporting on the story, all of us. Some people ain't going to admit it, but we bit debate on that, right? Now, you guys remember last Sunday I broke out with this story, right? And hold on, but you say, get 1 second. How do you check how long you've been subscribed? I've been subscribed from the beginning. I appreciate that. I can find out if I go into my analytics, I can tell. But there's no way to tell on here. But listen, I was dropping my daughter off last Sunday, and I'm coming back. Now, it ain't no secret. All YouTubers watch other YouTubers. We can tell. We can tell by the way the stories pop up. We can tell if we have something unique, and then boom, we do it, and then other people do it. We all can tell. We all watch each other, whether we want to admit it or not, right? I'm in the car coming back, and I see that, I don't want to say nobody's names, YouTubers got it out that the body was found. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, I'll go home and I'll go look, right? As I'm going home, something says go to Instagram and go to TikTok. I go to TikTok, right? And I see the guy that's on TikTok, what's his name? Little Spanish guy, man, Mexican dude. Shout out to him. Ahmed or Ahmad or whatever his name is, right? He's at the site, and they got Jake out there in the field. So I see that, and he's like, yo, they found the body. I'm like, oh, it's official then. He's out there at the site. I run and go home and do the video. As I'm doing the video, yeah, Ahmad Belozo, shout out to him, man. I hope he recovers with his ailment that he's going with too, And man, I put the video up, right? And in the video, I said, yeah, it's been confirmed. Now, look, right in the camera lens, it's been confirmed, right? And I'm thinking, I'm feeling good about this, And come to find out, it was false. The media didn't come out with it yet. And I'm like, damn, that dude I met is right there before the media got there. Yo, that's respect. How did he even know? So I'm like, yo, he really on it. So come to find out it was false. And, I came back. People chewed me out. I came back, and I had redid it. And I said what I said. And I apologize. Because you got to understand something. I've been in YouTube for 3 years. I'll keep saying 2 years. I've been in YouTube for 3 years. And my channel grows in spurts, depending on what the story is. We all, when we're invested into something and we really care about it, we all take this seriously. A lot of us. Now, there are some people that do clicks and views and stuff like that. Listen, my channel, and don't take this the wrong way, my channel is a premier channel. I'm in the top 1% on YouTube. YouTube's going to show my stuff regardless. And it's not my videos that really get the views. A lot of people don't know that because they're like, you're doing this for clicks and views. Let me break something down to you. You only get, listen, your thumbnail and your title is what make people click on your video. Tell me I'm lying. How many of y'all look at videos, you click on that because the thumbnail and the title is a certain way. Now, a lot of times it can be clickbait, which people, they're trying to get rid of that. But a lot of times when I put something up there and I write it, I'm on task with that. And reason why I'm bringing this up is I feel bad for Ahmed because it recently has been announced by him that, ever since that press conference, he was at that press conference in the back. I think he asked the first question. And I know for a fact he the one that asked, do you know where baby Emmanuel's at? Because I was listening to it. They laughed, and when they were talking about, oh, YouTubers and these people are doing all this stuff and talking about this, they were talking about him. And it was like a direct, kind of stab at him while he was in the room. And I give him credit. He was respectful when he spoke. Because when he announced who he was and what his TikTok handle is, and don't get it confused, this guy got a hell of a following. on TikTok, he got like 278, like 300,000 people that follow him. So he's not no small fry. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Raheem. I appreciate that. And the DA kind of scoffed when he talked because he's like, oh, I know who you are. And, you know, people are making videos about it. And then TMZ, I guess they caught on the story and they must have put it out. And then they had to retract their stuff. So they got mad at him. And, you know, he came out and apologized for it. You know, he was excited. And I mean, he's down there. And a lot of stuff that, you know, people are coming down on him and stuff. Listen, leave the man alone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all make mistakes. I done messed up on my videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the brother, but I know he's out there and he's trying. The man has cancer. He's out there in the street pounding the pavement. It takes effort to continually do this type of stuff, whether you're on YouTube, TikTok, or whatever. To show up at these scenes, put your face out there. You don't know what you're going to run into. People are crazy. You know what I'm saying? And for him to go out there and like they talked about him and, you know, TMZ got mad at him. Supposedly they sent him a cease and desist. He got on TV and he's arguing and saying about how messed up it is. You live and you learn. But I mean, for God's sake, man, I don't know the brother, but damn, you know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. I can tell you many times I've done stories where the media have talked and put a story out and come to find out the story was totally false, but they'll come back the next day and don't say that they messed up. They'll just run the story like we didn't hear what was said yesterday. Perfect example is the video I did today about the little girl that was supposedly thrown off the balcony by the dude in Wisconsin a few months back doing a domestic violence fight or something. Come to find out the guy wasn't the boyfriend like they reported. And you know what I'm saying? He was a step grandfather, but I don't know what that is. But like, you know, and the girl lied about the whole thing and she was on the news and everybody was feeling bad. So, I mean, people make mistakes, you know, and I'll make mistakes again and other YouTubers will make mistakes, but it's very hard to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that are really serious about it, it's very hard. I sit in this room hours at a time. At 7 o'clock, when I run my 7 o'clock premiere, I'm not even in there because I just want to get out this room. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. I mean, it's very hard to do this just to make one video, let alone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I had to get out of that because everything that's in the news, like they still popping up videos on YouTube, the media, it's the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? How many angles can you come at something where the people are keeping their mouth closed? Yeah, I saw something up here about a maid. What did it say? What did it say? I missed it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, man, I mean, it takes a lot to do what he does. So, I mean, I don't, it said Ahmed passed out one day and was back the next. He seemed like a good person. I mean, he not on there just acting stupid and stuff like that. Drita say, I'm so happy I found you. We have a great weekend. Thank you, Drita. You too, baby. But I mean, it's very hard to do this. And I mean, yeah, you can make money and stuff like that, but it ain't what you think. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people say, hey, I quit my day job to do YouTube and they got 20,000 subscribers. How? You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, people be thinking YouTubers is rich and it ain't. No, it ain't like that. Now, I mean, I make good money and a lot of other YouTubers make good money, but it depends on your genre and your niche. That's why I put that community post up where I said, what do you think a YouTuber makes with 100,000 subscribers? Because the reason why I put that on there, it was, you know, some people got mad at that. Like, well, what are you doing? You're showing off. No, I'm not showing off. I want to see what the public thinks that YouTubers makes, if it's like lucrative or what you think it is. And a lot of times it's not like that, you know? But yeah, this situation with this baby, I mean, for me, I don't have to keep recirculating the same stuff because after a while, a lot of stuff that come out your mouth is nothing but conjecture and speculation anyway. We all speculate. I don't want to keep running with that. I mean, the baby's not found. People still care about him. And, you know, it is sad. It's sad. I do a lot of videos on children. And every time you see these kids that are little and they haven't even got a grasp of the reality of their own existence being taken out of here by somebody that they can't defend themselves from. And the person that does it is the person that's supposed to defend them. That hurt my heart, man. That shit hurt my heart. Why am I getting emotional? But you understand what I'm saying. I mean, Stock Market Steve is a character on here. I'm a character. The only time you really see me, I mean, I am who I am in my films. I mean, in my videos. But on Friday night when I'm up here with y'all, this is me giving back to y'all. She says silver plaque show up. Yeah, shut up. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is me. I'm no different than anybody else out there. If you met me, and a lot of you guys have met me in real life, whether on scene doing a crime or going to court, I'm the same person. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't make me or break me. If YouTube went under tomorrow, it wouldn't mean anything. I've done the things in life that got me to where I'm comfortable doing this. This is not for everybody. But you know, the ones that are out here doing this, whether you like them or not as people or don't like what they do, respect it, man. Because this is hard. This is hard sometimes, you know? Like I did that story this morning, right? Where they were doing the investigation and they found out that it was a lot of stuff wrong with that daycare center. When they showed that video of that little baby casket, that put a lump in my throat. I could not imagine being a parent saying my last goodbyes to a child that's in a box that small. That's hurtful. You know what I'm saying? That's really hurtful. A lot of us are in our 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s that are in this room tonight. The stories we could tell, the laughs we could share, the things we experienced. All of that came from people that cared about us, that kept us alive. Nowadays with humanity, it don't matter what color you are or where you come from. There are people out here, like I said before, their only recreation is the recreation. These kids ain't got no chance. We have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Carl, you doing it again. But I mean, really, man, I mean, you do this long enough, you will start to see patterns that you've never seen just watching basic news. Because this stuff is happening a lot. There's so many stories I don't report on because it's so redundant. Some days it'll be a story, I'll do one story in the morning. And then as I do that story, the algorithm will grab me another story. And I'm like, damn, I could do all 8 or 9 videos or 6 or 7 videos in a row on domestic violence all across the nation where a woman or a man got killed. It's the craziest thing. What you say, Buddy Young? New subscriber. From what I hear, Ahmad felt close to baby Emmanuel is because he lost a child when he was locked up. So we need to speak for babies that can't. True indeed. True indeed. And I mean, you know, a lot of times you don't know what people's drive is when they see something. Like I did the story about the little girl, what's her name? Winter Smith? The little girl that was in Detroit where the boyfriend broke in the house with the girl, butt ass naked, and ran out of there with the baby, and then they was looking for him, and he took the baby to Detroit and choked her in the alley with a phone charger cord. You see how cute that baby was? She reminded me of my daughter when she was little like that. Yo, I would have changed. My whole demeanor would have changed. That was my kid. I mean, it's wild stuff out here, man. You know? And it's like, I hope they do find that little baby. I do. I hope they do find it. But I mean, this is the reality that's out here now. I got a story tomorrow I'm going to do out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out Charlotte. Where a lady was on the light rail or little, you know, the above ground subway thing that, you know, like a trolley car, like, you know, and a dude just jumped up, pulled the knife out and stabbed her in the throat 3 times, killed her, and just walked off. It's like everybody's a target nowadays. They are, and this is the craziest thing. You can go outside and not know if you coming back, if it's your number in the Predator lottery, if your number come up. It's wild. It's wild out here. Mike, you say new subscriber here. Not a true crime fan, but a man who reminds me of my son. I feel that. I feel that. Christina says she live in Charlotte. Shout out. I'll be in Charlotte 2 months from now. Yeah, but I mean, I mean, people have always killed kids. They have. But like the way it is now, where it's out in the open and almost every day, children are being neglected to the highest degree, to where it's almost commonplace to see it where it doesn't affect you the way it should. And I refuse to be desensitized. Like this violent crime and stuff like that, nah, I ain't feeling it. I will sacrifice few to save the many. If it was up to me, I'd be the most hated president out there. Because I would give you PSAs, public service announcements, for 3 months. Cut the bullshit. You up there fighting in the street, you shooting guns. When we catch you, it's over. We don't care if you're 16. We don't care if you're 60. You gonna act right out here. Because we sick of this. If you ain't had daddies before and all this, you want to blame the white man or whatever the fuck it is nowadays, the problem, that they always somebody else's problem, we going to fix it today. We going to fix it today. All that shit, all that hate crime bullshit, all that shit's gone. All of it. You know what I'm saying? I worry about my kid. And I worry about other kids that's not mine. I seen a little boy, right? And I seen him today. He was bow-legged real bad. He probably was like 7, 8 years old. And I'm like, why they don't get his legs fixed? You know what I'm saying? He was walking off. You know what I'm saying? But he was just as happy as he could be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves their own personal happiness in their space. There's a lot of kids that are born special needs and they smile. They're happy. Kids with Down syndrome, they smile and they happy. They don't feel sorry for themselves because whatever they have, they are content with it and they still continue to grow. Who are we to take that away from them? Because we feel as though we're frustrated. It's wild out here. My grandfather was like a god to me, and a lot of other people's family members were like gods and heroes and law and order and stuff like that. That's an important job, being a parent. But for people to just turn around and put their life's problems or decisions they made that reflect now where they are on their children, unacceptable. Unacceptable. I had rough divorces with children involved. I never took it out on my kids. I used to live like this. If I don't buy one Christmas gift for one, I'm not buying. If I can't buy them for everybody, ain't nobody getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? I never played favorites. You know, regardless of my relationships with the mothers and all of that, them kids come from me. And, you know, they wouldn't be here if I hadn't, you know what I'm saying, planted the seed, whether inadvertently or inadvertently. It's my responsibility, you know? What y'all want to talk about? Yeah, but see, somebody said, what you say, Eddie? It's a different generation today. I'm going to tell you something. As far as it's a big difference in generations. I believe that. But parenting should still be fundamental. It should be fundamental because, I mean, listen, when you, as your child, you're being guided, right? Then as you become an adult, you're supposed to be given enough knowledge and wisdom for you to have a full understanding out there in the street to where I was raised like this, so I want to make sure my children come up better than I did. You don't see that no more. I think a lot of this neglectful stuff that you see these new people having with kids is because they was neglected themselves. These ones that are abusive and stuff like that is because they themselves weren't managed correctly. You know what I mean? What you say, Raheem? You said it's hard when the parents is around the same age as the kids. Yeah, well, this is another thing too. It's hard when the parents act like they the age of the kids. We get a lot of that now. You know how many kids are out here right now? It's a Friday night. Their mom is out in the street partying and they're home having to watch little ones that shouldn't be left with children. These younger girls out here nowadays, every time, like, you know, you go by any type of projects or any place like that, you see a little girl, could barely, skinny as a beanpole. She holding the baby on her hip, got a hip cock. She out there with a baby and ain't even 10, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like they learn young, and that's not God, man. It's heartbreaking. I used to drive by schools. In fact, I still do this. When I go in the hood to work, I'll drive by schools and I'll see them kids out there in the playground. And this is messed up to think this, but this is just how I think. I'm like, I wonder how many of them won't make it to 25. Because when we was younger in the 90s, a lot of us was coming up. They would be like, yo, you lucky you made it to 18. You know what I'm saying? Or 21. They used to say 21. You lucky you made it to 21. Now you're hearing, you're lucky if you make it to 18. What's it going to be 20 years from now? You lucky if you make it to 16? A lot of us is our own worst enemy. That shit is bullshit. And the thing is this, a lot of people don't want you to say nothing about it, but the shit's all out in the open. We got to rip the Band-Aid out on stuff. Nobody's going to fix you but you. I told my children when they was young and acting up, I said, nobody will care about you if you won't care about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And some listened to it and some didn't. And the ones that didn't always call me, Dad, I should have listened. Oh my God. Every man has his path. It's your road. You got to keep walking. Don't get stagnant. It'll turn out all right. Just learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Good evening, sir. Felicia Flowers Brown. New subscriber to your channel. I think the way you speak about things happening across the world is amazing. You got, well, that's the thing. Everything is about smoke and mirrors nowadays. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit because I care about this shit. This shit makes me mad. You think, listen, I would rather talk about funny ass videos and laugh. That would be my dream on YouTube. But I speak about shit I'm passionate about. I'm going to tell you something. Since the beginning of humankind, there's always been good and evil. And it's going to always be here. You understand what I'm saying? But I mean, the way it is now where like minding your business can get you killed. Look at the lady I did out there in the Bronx yesterday. She came out of a Chinese store getting takeout with her friend. She got one of them roller walkers and got killed from a stray bullet a block down the street from a crime happening. And the thing is this, people don't have conscience no more. They don't. A lot of times back in the day, somebody would do something, they'd turn this up in, I feel so bad. Oh man, I killed somebody. I feel so. Not no more. Not no more. I'm going to tell you something funny. I got a funny story for you. I'm going to say this story real quick. This hit me about 30 minutes ago before I came in here. A lot of y'all that are new, I tell a lot of stories about my upbringing. I was raised by my grandparents. My grandfather, he just died last year. God rest his soul. He was 96 years old. I'm 52, so you could tell the age difference. So like the way I think is like almost like an older person. My grandfather, it was 1992, right? Now, I was in college in Mississippi when Daz Effects came out. Y'all remember that rap group Daz Effects? Y'all remember them? Remember how they used to rap and shit? It was something unique. We never heard it. Like that year, they just ran the radio waves. So my grandfather comes, picks me up, right, from college in May. We're going home, and we didn't have CDs and stuff back then, so we still had the cassette tapes. So we had I had a little boom box, you know, from my college, and I brought it home. So we're driving from Mississippi to New Jersey. We get up the road, I put the Daz Effects in, and I put in the song Mike Checker. I'll never forget it. It came on. Microphone check, microphone check. Look, John Wash is driving. My granddad, I'm in the back seat. I'm jamming back there like, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to the jam. I'm feeling that shit. I put it on because I'm thinking my granddad gonna feel that shit. I'm playing that shit. Look, my granddad did just like this. He kept looking in the mirror at me. Now, I was a grown man, so he don't bother me no more. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. I'm playing, and I never forget what he said. He looked over at my grandma Bunny, and he said, If that's music, listen to what I'm about to say. It's funny, but listen to what I'm about to say. He was driving. He said, Bunny, if that's music, the black race is finished. And he rubbed his head and he kept driving. Look at us now. With the music, we all fucked up. Shit. Yo, he was a prophet. Yo, John Wash was a prophet. Yo, shout out John Wash. He said, they like music like that, the black race is finished. Oh my God. Yo, he ain't never lied, man. Look at the music now. That shit is crazy. I'm like, man, I don't even like none of that shit. They don't even look like people. No more rapping, and they don't rhyme. It's jump ropish, like hopscotch, like something you say. It's a mess. Yo, I start crying. Goddamn, shut up, John Wash. Yo, he said that shit. It just hit me in the room. Because I was just scrolling through YouTube and I seen the Mike Checker video with Daz. I said, oh, it hit me. I said, oh, I'm going to tell that story. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, when you get older, people think you're a hater. But a lot of times, what you're telling them, you got to remember, if somebody's 20 and somebody's 50, that's 30 years into the future. They showing you. Every child growing up wanted to be cool. They wanted to have fun. They had parents they hated. It's a cycle. It happens. So what makes them different than you? We all go through it. I hated my granddad when I was young. When I was like 12 years old, I used to be like, oh, I hate him. Me and my brothers, we'd be like, yo, man, I can't stand him. We would be in the room. This is how fucked up this is. We was kids, though. We would be in the room and we would say funny shit about what we would like to see happen to John Wash when he would like when we get our ass beat, we get in trouble. My brother used to be like, I can't wait for him to get old and get in a wheelchair. I'm gonna push him down the steps and shit. We'd be in there laughing like a motherfucker all night, right? Or I'd be like, yeah, I'll cut the lights out and steal his shoes and then put some rat traps on the ground and make him step on them shits. We used to just say crazy, you know, when we was young. You know, we never said it to him, but you know, you had these things. We just kids. If your parents don't get on your nerves when you're young, something wrong. You can't be friends with your kids and still be respectfully feared as a grown-up. Looking back at it now, you're right. See, look at you now. Yeah, I am my grandfather, and that's the craziest shit. Tegan say something? No. I give her a look, she chill right the fuck out. And I have no problems tapping that ass with this hand, which I don't have to do, but you understand what I'm saying? I tell my daughter all the time, I said, what is my job? She said, to protect me and to keep me out of danger and to teach me things. I said, okay. I say that once a week. What's my job? Like, she get upset, what is my job? Boom. Now, if I might tell her no, I might supplement it with something else, but it might not be what she wants. But she do listen. My daughter listens. I was going to have her like one of these days. I'm going to have her sit in here with me and I'm going to let her co-host. I want you to hear how good she speaks. She's a mess. You can tell she's my child if she come in here, but I got to make sure what come out of her mouth is already thoroughly screened. I don't want to tell her my business on here. But yeah, man, I mean, it's something else out here, man. It is. And it's like, you know, we shouldn't be scared of each other. And you should be comfortable in your own house. Nowadays, the devil will knock on your door and kick it the fuck in. You know, certain crimes that are like heinous to me is when you threaten somebody's sense of safety in their own home. These home invasions and stuff, that would be a death penalty. You'd be gone. Because you bring in the hell to somebody's home that doesn't deserve it. Shooting up people's houses and stuff, hitting babies, no. This ain't the Wild West. We civilized over here. You either calm down or we'll calm you the fuck down. I'm dead serious on that. You know what I mean? Fuck all that foreign policy shit. I'm closing the border. We gonna clean this shit up. And if you want to come over here, you got to come correct. For real. I'm not playing. I wouldn't play. You know what I'm saying? It's more things that are more important than money and acquiring of things. History doesn't remember faces, it only remembers names. That's the one thing. And that's the thing. Regardless of how you feel about the president that we got right now, he is trying to take care and make sure that his name is etched in his history, no matter what. That's all that is. He understands that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't give a damn about none of the stuff that other countries are doing. I care about us. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's 65 years old, they should have free well, everybody should have free medical, but they shouldn't even be working unless they want to. They shouldn't. You pay taxes for 60 something years, and you mean to tell me you shouldn't get some type of government subsidy? Like like when people are in the military and they do 20 years and they get partial pension and all of this stuff. We spend millions of dollars on stupid shit that we ain't got to spend. We send millions of dollars, billions of dollars to other countries and stuff. What about the people here? We're forgetting who built this country through tax dollars, sacrifices, blood, sweat, tears, fighting other wars that we ain't got shit to do with. We got to fix this shit. And it's everybody. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? I read a book before called The Enemy Within. It's a political book. We in them times right now. Everybody's out for their own sick, twisted agenda. Motherfuckers smiling in your face and said they're going to do something with crime and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, as soon as they get in the office, boom, you forget. Look at this Tyree Nichols shit that's out right now. Did y'all see that video I did today? They were already found guilty in a federal court. And now they just dismissed the sentencing part and gonna give them a new trial. That's bullshit. I couldn't believe that shit. I was there. You remember that? We was down there. I ran Ben Crumps. I was running his Instagram live feed. That was me doing his live feed. So if y'all seen Ben Crumps live feed with all them cameras, I was with the media doing it. That was me holding the phone, doing that shit. I was there. I was there for the state trial when they was found not guilty, which I don't understand that shit at all. The justice system is trash. It is. It's trash. I would not anything that's murder or malice, immediately it's a federal offense. I would call it a crime against the American people. Domestic terrorism, all that shit, you be gone. You be gone. All of this robbing and stealing. I mean, I wouldn't kill nobody over robbing and stealing, but I mean, you would be locked up. You would be locked up for that, and it wouldn't be no little bit of time. You would do like 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get out, you got to register as a thief. I'd put you on that list because, see, people don't like to be, human nature, we're social beings. People don't want to be put on certain lists, like a sex offender list. Nobody want to be on that shit. When they do that shit, I'd have different lists. You got to register as a former thief. And it's up to a company whether they want to hire you or not. Another thing is I'd get rid of drugs. All of that shit. I don't give a damn it. Where the drugs coming in at? They know. Come on, we found bin Laden in the fucking mountains and we can't stop drugs coming from across the border right here. Now all of a sudden there's some shit with Venezuela. Oh, they bringing drugs. Stop it. Stop it. I would tell all of them people. You know what I'm saying? We catch drugs over here, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something. They can stop that shit, but people get paid. Look at all of these movies we've seen where they talk about people running drugs out of Colombia and all of this type of stuff, and the government turning other cheek for payouts and all of this type of stuff. Greed to be the downfall of man. You know what I'm saying? It would be the downfall of man. Telling you, just looking at this shit, man. I mean, if I was in my 20s, I would be scared to have children nowadays because I don't know what's going to be left for them when they have children. Because it gets worse every generation. It does. Shit is fucked up out here, y'all. It is. I do these stories and I'll be like, show them the flowers. I'm dead motherfucking serious. For real. You do some stupid shit and we know it's you. This shit with the Jake and Rebecca? Nah. Where the baby at? Oh, you ain't telling us? Okay, cool. Go get me a butane lighter, 2 chisels, an ice pick, and a pair of pliers. And a clean suit. Give me 20 minutes. We'll go with the girl first. Get in there. You know what I'm saying? And I just lay the shit out. Turn on the torch. Let that blue flame get up on there. Get the burning. Get me some blacksmith gloves. Let that fucking pliers get red hot. White hot. It'll take about 5 minutes. Shh. Strap her down. You in the room. You'll start talking. You will start talking. Most of the time, we won't even have to do nothing to him. Motherfucker be pissed like, you better not pee on my goddamn floor. You better not. Where the baby? Do Jake know where the baby is? Yeah. Good. Unstrap her. Back of the head. Get the fuck out of here. Kick her in the ass. Going down to the damn shit. You better be telling the truth. All right, tough guy, come in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm psychological. I don't give a fuck. I'll put all the pictures of that damage he did to his little baby daughter. I'd put all them pictures up there that people got of how fucked up she was. I'd have them all around the room. And today is Judgment Day. You believe in God, you'll see him today. Don't worry about going to hell, because you're gonna be in the hellfire today. They're gonna set you on fire. You better talk. You got 90 seconds. Hit the clock. Start firing that shit up. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this motherfucker start talking today. This a weak motherfucker that kill a baby. You know what I mean? They weak, and then you weak to keep your mouth shut. Yeah, the simplest thing, that motherfucker talk. You know what I'm saying? Go get me them cigar cutters. Give me the fingertip. Take it off. Just like man on fire. Get the cigarette lighter. All right. Where's the baby? Yeah, after that, you'll get to talking then. And that's mild shit. You know what I mean? People are crazy, man. I mean, damn, listen. She said, I want to be out there looking for my baby. Have any of y'all seen her look for that baby ever since it was found out that she was a liar on Saturday? They stayed in the house and they stayed different places. They never went out and looked. Why? Because the public was ready to get in that ass. They was in the house quiet. Now all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to find my baby. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. For real. The justice system makes me mad because it coddles criminals, in my opinion. Oh, you get due process. He won't talk to us. He won't tell us where it is. And then they'll get on the news. Time is of the essence. Did you see the missing poster for Emmanuel Harrell? It said missing kid. Not missing child. Missing kid. Then the picture they put on there of him, he always looked like he was sick or he wasn't happy. That one picture where he has like no shirt on, he's looking up, he looks like he's scared. Like he's in pain or he's in scare. He always looked sickly. That's why that one picture I found of him where he's sitting up with his hair like pulled up, with his little hair, looked like he had a little haircut or whatever. I like that picture. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, how can you do something to a child? And that's the thing, man. It's just wild. These people that run around here touching these kids and stuff, you know the irreparable damage you do to these children? Say you touch a child that's like 4, 5, 6 years old. That's in their head. They don't understand it, but we're still social beings. They'll go and do that to another kid and not know what the fuck they doing. And then the kid go tell, now all of a sudden people are mad at you because your kid was victimized and doesn't know what they're doing. Jail don't fix horniness, sickness, perverse. It don't. And nowadays, you're going to start seeing a lot of people saying, oh, I'm mentally ill. I'm crazy. And they're going to be getting off on that type of stuff with their sentences. Watch. Look how many random shootings it is. You see the dude, the guy, he was supposed to be trans. I saw an article and I was going to do the video. But I was like, I would have said too much and people would have got mad and they'd have been like, oh, Steve hates gays, or they would have said something crazy. Because you know me, I'd have made that shit funny as hell. I saw an article and it said, don't quote me. It said the school shooter in Minnesota was upset because he was tricked into being trans. How the hell does somebody trick you into being trans? I was going to eat him alive in that story. You see that picture of him? He looked like the girl on the Wendy's thing. He went from a boy to looking like that. Now listen, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. Long as you ain't hurting nobody and you're not hurting yourself. If you want to run around here in a zebra costume or a lion costume or a tiger costume, Nothing's wrong with that. But don't get mad when people don't acknowledge you as such. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. Who am I to judge anybody? You know what I'm saying? But I saw a video of him where he was like, tomorrow, like he was like juggling the bullets in his hand. Then he was stabbing the church thing, and he was like, sorry, but I'm sorry to my mom and my parents, not to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Pippi Longstocking, you're right. And in his head, he already knew he wanted to do this. And the thing is this, a lot of people are dissatisfied with self. And they want to take themselves out of here. My honest opinion, he was going to take himself out of here, but he needed a reason to do that because he didn't have the nerve to do it himself, whether in his house or any other time. That's why these guys do this. They'll do something, then they'll turn the gun on themselves. They have to be turned up so much in doing a crime to where, oh, it's no going back now. And when the police are closing in on them, oh, I gotta do it. Boom, and then they do it. That's the most cowardly shit I've ever seen. Everything that somebody does is a direct reflection of the decision that was made before or after, or a reflection of a decision made present of what we did or did not do. If I walk out this here and I get killed across the street going to go get Mountain Dew or something, and I get killed, it's a result of me leaving at that time and deciding to go over there instead of waiting. Or, you understand what I'm saying? You never know. But I mean, one thing's for sure. People are running up on strangers and not even knowing if they're crazy themselves. And then when you defend yourself, all of a sudden you're the bad guy because they tell you, call us and let us defend you. But nowadays, with the outright viciousness in nature, sometimes you got to kill people before they kill you. I want you to think about that. If somebody busts in my house right now, right? And I got weapons all over this place over here. Like, not guns or anything, but like, you understand what I'm saying? And I stab somebody or get to fighting and take their gun and shoot them, and like they're running out the thing after busting my ass, and they're running because I got the gun, and I shoot them as they're running up in the hallway and they die downstairs. It's my fault. You didn't have to shoot him. Oh, yes, the fuck I did. He was in my house trying to kill me. That shouldn't even be up for debate. Where's the blood trail? Yeah, from there. Yeah, I shot him as soon as he ran. I shot him in his ass. He ran downstairs. I hit a butt artery and he bled out. Oh, that's it. Boom. Family shouldn't be able to sue and all this other stuff. You wasn't there. You wasn't there when I was getting fucked up. And you wasn't there when he decided to come in my shit or anybody else's shit. See, it's not the gun, it's the person behind the gun. This guy in this Catholic school thing literally brought those guns legally. And that's the thing. They're talking about, oh, well, they need to do more stipulation. You didn't know he was going to do some crazy stuff. He could have went in there looking respectable and filling out the paperwork and all of this stuff and smiled and kicked jokes, seemed like a regular person. You never know what goes on in the back of the minds of people. That's why I don't fuck with people. When I come across people, I give them the same amount of respect that I want, because I don't know if they're crazy and they don't know if I'm crazy. You see what I'm saying? Nowadays, people target you and don't even know if you got a gun on them or you got this, you got that. Look at all those different things you see on Instagram where somebody breaking somebody's house, they get the gun from now the guy on the ground. Oh, brother, I'm sorry, man. Please, man. Please. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. It's crazy. When I was younger, robbing a gas station was considered a crackhead crime or a convenience store. You don't get no money out of it. They got safes and all that type of stuff where they stick the money and the employees don't know how to get in there. So you go in there and you take $300, $400, $500. That's nothing nowadays. That's worth a prison sentence. You fucking kidding me? People are stupid. They're dumb. And a lot of times these people are doing stuff just to say they did it because they want to be a part of something. These people, like I tell my kids when I was younger, when I got out of jail, my eyes was open. Prison was one of the best and worst things that ever happened to me. But it changed me for the better because as soon as I got there, I said, okay, in a week, I don't belong here. I won't do that again. You know, some people learn, but some people like that shit. Complacency is the bane of human existence. You never get comfortable, ever, in any situation. I came down here to Houston, right? And I was homeless on purpose. I came down here with $200 in my pocket, right? And I was like, I'm gonna start an aquarium business. It took me a year and a half, and I was off on my own. And it was just opportunity. You know, luck is preparedness meets opportunity. I did a lot of studying on how to do this stuff. I worked at an aquarium company. They fired me. I took half of his business. It was $1 million business. I took half of his business in 48 hours, y'all. I went from making $10 an hour to $25,000 a month. A month. In 48 hours after getting fired. I can't explain how that felt. I was scared. I had no vehicle. All I had was my mouth. I was told to fake it till you make it. Soon as I got the contracts, the next day I'm like, I don't have no car. I'm like, oh man, I done ran my mouth. I don't have no vehicle. And I had a little boy, one of my sons, living down here with me at that time. Right? Because I raised one of my kids. I had one of my sons down here with me at the time. He was 8 years old, a year younger than Tegan. I said, I just lost my job. I don't have no vehicle. You need a car out here in Houston. I said, what's going to happen? Now I got all these jobs and I don't have a vehicle. What am I going to do? Tell me the next day, I'm sure how God answers you. The next day, Chase Bank, I did a daycare center for them. They called me and said, hey, we pay by the fiscal year. We need your routing number and account number because we're going to pay you for the year now. It was like $14,000. Then right after that, another company called me. This is a school district. They paid me another $8,000. At the end of the second day of me going on my own with a business, I had like $22,000 in the bank. You know what I did? I was smart. I took $10,000 of that money and I put it in a savings account. I took $6,000 and I bought me a piece of junk truck. And I took $400 and I bought me equipment. And then I took $150 and I brought a little magnetic sign that I stuck on the side of my truck with my company name on it. And I was off and running from there. And every month the money went up and up and up. At the height of me doing what I was doing over the past 17 years, it was one point where I was making more than a brain surgeon 3 years in a row. I was making like $380,000. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I had a good life. Besides the funny stuff I tell y'all, I had a good life. It wasn't easy. It wasn't always easy. You know, I got on my own. My grandmother died. That crippled me. You know, my granddad moved away. I had a bunch of kids when I was young. Because, you know, the stock market one love the cooch. You know what I'm saying? I used to like the dog. You know what I mean? I'm keeping it real. But I tried my best to hold it together for my kids and everything. When I left my children in New Jersey to their mothers and came out here to build a life for myself, that was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And I fulfilled my promise. When they got old enough, I grabbed them, brought them out here. Whether they decided to stay or not was on them, but I did my part. You understand? There are a lot of things that we have regrets on in life, but you can't dwell on things you can't change, and you shouldn't worry about things that you can't control. Life is life. I'm not vengeful on people. People did things to me in the past. Life takes care of them, and if you stay close enough and you watch, you'll see it happen. You'll see it happen. Everybody in this room has value. Everybody in this room is loved by people, regardless if you have low self-esteem or not. Out of millions of sperm that hit an egg and created you are unique, all of us. And there are people out here that feel as though they're not worth nothing, either because they've been made like that or they just don't see themselves. I'm telling you, I love life. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Do I think I'm a good person? No. I think I'm an all right person, but I'm not like, I'm this, I'm that, but I care about people. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I mean, I'm not no different than anybody else. If I ever call you my friend and you know me, I'm always your friend. And if things get crazy, I might pull back from you, but I mean, I still respect you. I always give people, I was always taught that. Like, you don't see that nowadays. People will be friends and then all of a sudden be enemies. It wasn't always bad. I said it in my videos, like this domestic violence and stuff like this. How you hit a woman, mollywop her, knock her upside her head, knock her across the room, black her eye, bust her lip, make her get stitches, hospitalize her, and then think everything gonna be all right. You come back, there's something sorry don't fix, because every time you move your hand, she done got PTSD after getting mollywopped. Same with dudes. Y'all, I told y'all that story a long time ago. I had a juggernaut when I was like 20 years old, and she would get all crazy. She was all diesel and stuff. I had to fight her off me, you know what I'm saying? Then she went upside my head when I broke up with it. I took off in the car. That's cool, you can get that. But you know what? I didn't hit you, and I did what my parents told me. Because if I had hit you the way I wanted to hit you, I wouldn't be here right now, or I'd be locked up and my life would be different because my record would be reflective of a mistake I made. Jail is very easy to get in and it's hard to get out. Ask anybody. Somebody can push you to the limits and you could smack the hell out of them. You'll be in jail for 6 months. And all of a sudden they just call you. Oh, we're going to give you an OR. We're going to release you on your own recognizance. What about the job you had that you lost? What about that? What about the lies she told? And what's crazy is a lot of times the people that get you locked up, they just like this when you come out. I'm sorry, I told them to leave it alone. Yeah, but you let me go through the process before guilt hit you, and now they don't want to hear it because they're collecting money off of me. Every week they make money off you just sitting in jail. Going to jail is the worst play out you could ever have. When I found out, I was in county jail, Camden County Jail, fighting my case for 2 years. That's $100,000 the state of New Jersey made off of me from me just sitting in there. I would feel like a fool. And I look back at that, I played myself the fuck out. And it's now these rappers, these people that make all this music, that's the biggest sellout shit, because they putting this shit in his head that you got to be this way and fuck the police and all this other stuff. It's like cops and robbers, but we are voluntarily surrendering ourselves to them. And it ain't just black folk. It's all kind of people doing this shit. Look around you. Look around you. If you stop looking at color and start looking, the real thing is green and everybody's fucked up in it. Everybody's fucked up in it. See what you say, Mike? She Molly, but yeah, she went upside my head. I was in the car, she snuck me. But you know what I mean? I drove off. It ain't nothing, you know what I mean? I ain't go to jail, so I ain't worrying about it. But I mean, that was early in you live and you learn. I mean, I'm not gonna beat no chick up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't get nothing out of that. See, the thing is this, when you know you can hurt somebody, a lot of times they know it too. And they give you a lot of this and they dare you to hit them when they know that you're not. So that emboldens them to make and act crazier. You see it with guys sometimes. They be mouthing off because they know ain't no people be breaking it up. They be acting like this. Okay, well, let them go and see what he do. That's why I don't pay to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? In the street, I don't do that shit. I don't get in somebody's face. Oh, fuck, what you gonna do? I just fire on you. Now what? Because if I hit you, I'm gonna be ready to, okay, I'm already ready. You push me past the limit, I'm ready to go. And I ain't the biggest motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I've been taken uptown many times. I know the skyline of most cities. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you live and you learn. Shit, I'm old now, man. I don't feel my age, but sometimes it lets me know that I'm getting long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? I ate a yeast roll today. I had some chicken and the Hart's chicken. I don't know if y'all know what Hart's chicken is. They got these good yeast rolls. I ate one yeast roll and I had acid reflux so bad I couldn't take my 2:30 nap. I was in the room making tugboat sounds and shit. I was like, I was on the side of the bed. It was a mess. I'm like, damn, a roll almost took me out of here. I had acid reflux to no avail. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, I stay in shape. Like I'm about to start going to the gym on Monday. But it's like I've always been athletic. Always, you know what I'm saying? But man, damn, no matter what, time catches all people. A lot of these crimes you're seeing these older men doing, when I'm like, damn, that guy 40 something years old, he 30 something years old. Listen, if a guy is 45 years old and he's out there committing a crime and he's a lifetime criminal, you cut your teeth in the street when you're trying to be a responsible man and you want to survive out here socially, getting jobs and learning and you know what I'm saying? But when you keep going back and forth to jail, you subtract all that time of being incarcerated away from their person's life from the age 18 or so. If somebody is 45 years old and they go to jail for 20 years, you take that 20 years of being on a shelf. They could have been building their character and building themselves as a responsible human being and as a man out here. You take 20 years from somebody, right? That leaves you 5 years because they were doing 45, right? So it's 5 years. You add that 5 years to the 18. That means that person is 23 years old in a 45-year-old body, 23 years old socially because they haven't been out here in the world, right? But they got a 45-year-old's body and they're expected to have certain jobs and know certain things and stuff. And they come out and they don't have it. They had a mindset of a 23-year-old. Even though they are 45 and they know they're 45, they have a mindset of a 23-year-old because they haven't experienced a lot of stuff like, like working people like us, getting a job, keeping a job, staying at a job you hate because you have bills and you have kids and you have this and you have that. A lot of people are not. And then when they realize it, they go off and do what they used to doing, committing a crime, and they look crazy because they old, still trying to do shit young people do. And then when they get caught, the court has no mercy on them. Telling you, when you become 18 years old or 21 years old and you go out there in the deep waters of life, it's sink or swim. And a lot of us get caught up in that. See, me, I went to jail when I was 27. You know what I'm saying? And I had already knew what was out here. So like when I would go to jail, one of the things I first started noticing is they were calling me old. They was calling me Unc. I'm like, I'm 27. What you mean? They're like, what you in here, Unc? You're too old to be in jail. This is a young person's game. That hurt my heart just seeing it. So it's almost like a rite of passage. You go to prison. That's normal. That's normal. That is not normal. That's not normal at all. And for them to have that mindset, that ain't doing nothing but putting money in the pockets of people that don't care about them, and they become a number and just another case number and another. And that's why the justice system's fucked up right now. And it's just a constant rotation through the thing. And then when they get old enough where it's too late to do anything and they look back at the life they squandered, it's always somebody else's fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's your fault. And the quicker you can tell these people this, the faster they better off they'll be. I'm telling you, I see kids, man, young. Listen, it's a little boy over here where I'm at. He's light skinned. I don't know what building he live in. This motherfucker bad. He got to be like 9 years old. He got long, he mixed. He got like Indian type hair, but he's a black kid. He got long, like they part the middle of your hair and they eat them braids, them long braids. Like his hair must have never been cut since he was a kid. He walked up to the lawn people that cut the lawns and stuff. They had a little trailer, little Hispanic dudes. They had a pickup truck. He walks up. I'm sitting on the balcony smoking. I look over the thing. He goes and waves them down, right? And he goes up and he says, "Hey, can I wash your car?" And they were like, no. And they were driving away. You know what he did? He stuck his finger up right to the man and was backing up like. I was like, what if they was maniacs and they just jumped out the car, covered your mouth, and then took you in the car and you disappeared? Because there wasn't nobody out there. I was on the balcony. They didn't see me. And I'm like, yo, these kids are bad as shit. They bad as shit. And I was like, yo, who's watching these kids? And like, you see these kids just running all over the fucking place. And then when something happened, they want justice. Yeah, but the justice was you should have had him supervised. It's fucking 100-something degrees outside. You got your kid walking up and down the damn street. No kids outside. You know, they walking around with a stick hitting signs, all kind of crazy shit, man. People need to watch their kids. You know, a lot of times I do these stories and like, you know, they're sad, but a lot of times these kids ain't monitored. And you can look between the lines in the videos I do. That's why like a lot of times I just say some surface shit and then just leave it alone. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these videos I do, I could go real hard, but I don't. I don't. I can go real hard. And I'm like, let me just deal with it for what it is and just take it lightly. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I can go, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, listen, guys, I know I was doing a lot of talking. I didn't answer questions tonight. I'm sorry. Sometimes I run my mouth. I do. I just got a lot of stuff on it. But I appreciate you guys, like you new subscribers, man. This is a good place. You can ask anybody in here. Every Friday we in here. And like a lot of times we be in here screaming and acting a fool like we all in the same room. This is my fam. These people in here, they're diehards. All of these people. Eddie Wilson, King D, Written in the Stars, Hazel, Jeremiah, we got Carl Major, you know what I'm saying? The thumbs up czar, he tell you thumbs up or else, you know what I'm saying? It's good people in here. We don't have no drama on over here. We don't act stupid. No matter where you come from, this is family. Every Friday we meet, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get up off of here. I gotta eat dinner. And I'm getting hot. I'll be in this room laughing and joking, man. I'll be leaving out of here. My whole back be sweaty, messing with y'all. But anyway, I appreciate you as always spending part of your weekend with me. Have an awesome weekend. We'll start this thing up tomorrow with the videos again. And I will see you guys soon. As always, man, you guys be careful. Say your prayers, take your vitamins. Let me stop like I'm Hulk Hogan and shit. But anyway, you guys be good. I love you as always. Thank you for stopping by. See you tomorrow.